we're going to look at different function values for a variety of different function operations and composition of functions. Okay, so we need to basically put our functions together and then substitute a number into the problem. So f plus g, I'm looking at f, I'm looking at g. I want to add these two things together. I got a plus sign there. So 5x plus 3x plus 1. So when I combine them, 8x plus 1. Okay, that part wasn't hard, but now I need to substitute a 2 everywhere I see an x. So 8 times 2 plus 1 equals 16 plus 1, so 17. F plus g of 2 equals 17. So when I plug 2 into x of f plus g of x, I get 17. So I input a 2, I get out of 17. What happens when you multiply f and g? So instead of addition, let's multiply. So set it all up. 5x times 3x plus 1. We have to distribute, so 15x squared plus 5x. Now, everywhere we see an x, I need to put a 1, so let's redo this. 15 times 1 squared plus 5 times 1. That's going to give us 1. 15 times 1 is 15. 5 and 1 gives me 5. I get 20. So f times g of 1 equals 20. When I plug 1 in, I get 20 when I multiply those two together. Okay, what about division? So still talking about these same two functions. We're going to divide them. So when I rewrite, I get 5x over 3x plus 1. So everywhere I see an x, I'm now going to put a 3. So 5 times 3 over 3 and 3 and 1, giving us 15 over 9 plus 1, so 10. And we can simplify that to 3 over 2. F divided by g of 3 gives us 3 over 2. Okay, now to the composites. We're taking one problem and plugging it into the other. So before I do anything, I like to rewrite them just to make it a little easier to understand for me. F of g of negative 2. Okay, so I'm taking this g problem and I'm going to plug it inside the f. So let's work backwards here. I know negative 2 goes in for the x. So looking at g, I want to rewrite that and say 3 times negative 2 plus 1. Now this whole group has to go inside the f. The only place it can go in at is right there. So it's like 5 times x, that big group. Now let's just do our algebra here. Negative 6 plus 1, giving us negative 5. Bring down that 5. 5 times that, negative 25. So when I plug negative 2 into that composite, I get negative 25. Last one. Now, again, I don't like the way that looks, so I usually rewrite them. G of f of x, or in this case, of negative 3. I want to take my f function, and I want to plug negative 3 inside the f. So 5 times negative 3. Now this whole thing has to go inside g. Where's the only place it can go in at? Right there. So you're going to have 3 times your x plus 1. Now let's just do some algebra. negative 15, bring down the 3, bring down the 1, negative 45, negative 44. And that is g of f of negative 3. And that is finding function values of different function operations and compositions.